In this week's Sedra of Kedoshim attached to the Sedra of Acharei Mos, we have the very important halacha of lo sikom v'lo sitor es b'nei yamecha, a difficult concept in which we are instructed that if I go over to someone and ask to borrow something from my friend, and he turns me down, he doesn't want to loan it to me. So the pasuk says, lo sikom, that I'm not permitted to take revenge, such that tomorrow, when he knocks on my door asking me for something, I'm not permitted to say to him, yesterday I asked you to borrow something and you turned me down. Well, today I'm going to act towards you in kind. But continues the pasuk, v'lo sitor es b'nei yamecha. Not only am I not permitted to take revenge and willfully turn him down to loan him something because he had turned me down, but I'm not permitted to say to him, yesterday I asked you for something, to borrow something, and you turned me down. Well, I'm so much nicer than you, because today when you are asking me for something, I'm going to give it to you. States the pasuk, we're permitted to engage in neither. Why? Because we are supposed to love our fellow Jew as we love ourselves. Ani Adonai, says the Kodesh Baruch Hu, commands the Kodesh Baruch Hu to us. And whereas I've always understood this pasuk to mean that much as I would not wish to be in the other fellow's shoes, namely, that if he asked me for something and I turned him down, I wouldn't like to knock on his door the following day, ask to borrow something and be told that I can't receive it because after all, the previous day I denied it to him. And perhaps even more so, I would not want him to be very forthcoming in loaning me the item that I'm asking for, but reminding me that in contrast to the way I treated him yesterday, so much nicer is he being today when I've asked from him the same. And I've always understood that the reason we're not supposed to act like that is because because we're supposed to love the other individual as we love ourselves. And much as I would not like to be in that position, so too I should never force him to be in that position. But this year I thought of another possible explanation. And that is when the pasuk tells us, Kodesh Baruch Hu is instructing us not simply to love the other individual as much as we love ourselves, and much as we would not like to be treated that way, so too we should not be treating another person in that fashion. But rather, the reason we're not supposed to take revenge and say, you didn't loan me the thing yesterday, so I am not going to loan it to you today, or even worse, you didn't loan it to me yesterday, but today I'm going to loan it to you. See how superior I am. You know why we're not to engage in this? Because we should treat the other individual as we treat ourselves. And I thought to myself, isn't it true that every so often we eat horribly? And yet the next day we expect to get up in the morning and we expect our digestive tract and system to be working in tip-top shape, to be kind to us, notwithstanding the fact that the evening beforehand, we punished it. And we would want our bodies to be kind to us and not say to us, last night you acted towards me punitively. Well, today I'm going to do the same to you. Today, I'm going to act up. You refuse to exercise your leg and your hands for the past 8 months. Well, this morning when you got up and decided to get out of bed, I'm going to show you how punishing I can be to you, and how much as you didn't care for me appropriately and properly, I am going to show you how much pain I can give you when you get out of bed and stand on me, I being your foot. Or when you extend your hand forward, I being your hand. We're so forgiving of ourselves, expecting our bodies to perform wisely and admirably on our behalf, even if we haven't treated our bodies as we should. And if indeed we fail at certain things in life, we rise again, reminding ourselves that we're due second chances. In a word, we have an awful lot of patience for ourselves. And self-patience requires self-acceptance. The reality that we are imperfect, and at times we act unwisely. And at times, we don't even put our personal welfare at the fore. But we forgive ourselves and we remind ourselves that even though yesterday was yesterday, today is today, and tomorrow will be tomorrow. And we forgive ourselves and we treat ourselves with more kindness, more empathy, more understanding. Appreciating the fact that yesterday, I simply was in a foul mood. I had an argument with a relative. Things didn't go my way in the office. The stock market was terrible. My learning wasn't up to snuff. My kavanah in Shemona Esrei was horrific. But that was yesterday. And today's going to be so much better. So says the Torah, Lo sikom v'lo sitor es b'nei amecha. Never take revenge and never try to one-up your friend, notwithstanding what he did or refused to do for you yesterday. Because v'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. You are to treat your friend like you treat yourself, with self-patience, self-acceptance. And when you do so, why, the world will be so much a grander place. Have a wonderful Shabbos.